So welcome back to my tutorial for computer science for the IB course. Now for this IB extended project, I'm going to be telling you in detail the fundamentation that you should need or require for this computer science class. Now the first thing that you will encounter while you're creating an app is that the first file you create, it will be a .java file. And what does that mean? It just means that all the code that you've written is compiled or is presented as a .java file, and that .java file is then goes through the compiler of Javac, and from which it creates a class file, and that class file goes through the Java virtual machine. And basically, the good thing about using Java is that you can use it for any platform, from Windows, Linux, Mac, and so on. And what does that mean? Imagine you had to write a code for each specific operating system. So in the case of, imagine C# or C++, it's only available for Windows and maybe some mobile systems. But this Java virtual machine can be just downloaded to any laptop, to any mobile system, to basically any device that it's compatible with. And by doing so, you can run any Java application. And for the sake, it's just great. And I haven't seen any other language that does this. And that's why Java is a higher language than others, just because it can be exported to any operating system. And that gives us an advantage, because once you do the application, you can basically give it to a Mac user, give it to a Linux or your Windows or even your iPhone or Android. And right now, the first thing we need to know is that from what I've left you behind with the previous video, I just did a simple demonstration of a Hello World application. But right now, I'm going to go back into the application and I'm going to tell you by specific details of the code that I was writing. And first of all, right now I'm using a Max OS Yosemite, and here are my specs if you want to know what I'm using right now for making this video. And of course, I'm using Eclipse. The first thing you need to do is to go and create a new Java project. You can do so by going new file, new Java project, or by just clicking this square with a plus, which says new. Afterwards, you have to go to Java, the subfolder of Java, into Java projects, and if you don't see it, just click on the arrow, and by so you just have to click on the Java project, and there are all the files. Just ignore all of them because we're not looking at them. But once you click the Java project, you can name your project as whatever you like. It can be, for my cases, I'm just gonna put example, and just finish, and just leave everything else as default. Don't change anything, because it can be a pain later on if you change something. Basically, you will get a source file like this, and there's no other file, and the GRE system library. So what is the well, what is the meaning of this library? Basically, Java or the Eclipse system has everything done for you. What I mean by done is that, well, one, it has its inputs and outputs. You don't have to specifically say where the input and output is. Okay, you have to search
like imagine the microphone in your system, it will automatically know what your microphone or output is. The screen, you already know what the screen is. You don't need to specify what this tiny processing bits are or the RAM used. You will do that in the background. So basically sorry, you create inside the source file, you right click on the submenu of new, you create a package. Now through this package you will be basically all your source file or whatever you're actually creating and the sources you need will go inside this package. And this is really important. It's better to create a package and every file will go in it. So whatever it needs to run, it will run it from the package itself. It's like having a box, like a Christmas box. Whenever you get new gifts, there's a wrap, there's a shining paper. So all of that is the box or the package itself. It has all of those tools that while the system or the program is running, it will get them from there. And well, basically you will name it whatever you want. Example for this case, finish. And right now it's an empty box. As you can see, it's like a window. It looks like a window. And again, to fill out this package, we will create a class inside it. And this class should be capital letters. And again, we can create example. Now, if you're a starter, you would like to check this part, because the programs right now you're learning will be very simple and you're not going to be doing excess distinguishing public domain. And right now after this I'm going to describe what it means. So basically right now you don't need to essentially know or do it by yourself, so you let the computer do it for you. If you want, if you're a starter, this will be a good option. But right now, because we're gonna start off with nothing and I'm gonna explain everything, we will uncheck this. So basically we put finish. Now look at this. As I previously said, this source file, then it goes to JAVAC, is a compiler, and then it has a hello class, right? It's the same over here. It doesn't mean that all of these files are actually hidden from you and you cannot know where they are or something like that. No, you actually can look at them and see where they are. So right now, all of my workspace is through documents, a subfolder of documents, and a subfolder of workspace. There, as I've created an example class. Here, this is the actual name we're given it before it. So the example and then a class. And right now, this is the resources we have, and this is the Java file that we have created, the ex. And basically, the .class is in the bin. ex.class. And as you can see, this is the actual file that goes through the Java virtual machine.